Hi there everyone, and welcome to video 3 of my autograph collecting vlog. Basically going through all the autographs that I've collected over the last few years. I'm not going to do much of a recap because hopefully you've watched episode 1 and 2 by now and you get the gist of what I'm doing. So I'm just going to crack on straight into autograph number 1 of the 10 I'm going to go through for this particular video. As you can see here, this is sort of more of an autograph, sort of small collection really. I'm a huge fan of the TV series Doctor Who, as I'm sure a lot of people are, and I was lucky enough to go to a Doctor Who convention around about 2003 it would have been, and got my book signed by a number of actors who played various roles in Doctor Who. So these are the autographs that I received. I have detailed them, you can see them on the screen, but just going through each of them. The first one is Peter Davison, and Peter was, as you know, the 5th Doctor in the series. For those who are trying to picture him, he often wore sort of cricketing outfit and had a leek stapled or pinned to his chest. So Peter Davison, he was also in Creatures Great and Small as well. I've also got autographs from Wendy Padbury, who played Zoe Herriot in some of the early Who series, the Patrick Troughton era, and Annika Wills, who played Polly Wright. I've also got an autograph there from Michael Shearer, who played numerous characters in Doctor Who, but it was also in things such as the Demon Headmaster, no, sorry, not the Demon Headmaster, Grange Hill, and also Star Wars as well. So that was quite cool. And as you can see, there's a fairly large autograph on over on the right-hand side of the image from Katie Manning, who played Jo Grant. Probably one of my most prized possessions in this book is the signature of Nicholas Courtney, who played Brigadier Alastair Lethbridge Stewart, who sadly is no longer with us. And I've also got Nicola Bryant, who played Perry Brown, Sophie Aldred, who played Ace, who you'll see in a future video, as I was lucky enough to meet and get some more signed pictures from her, and Louise Jameson, who played Leela. So quite a nice collection there in a Doctor Who branded book, and you can see how old the book or how long ago it was that I went, because the last Doctor picture there is Paul McGann's Doctor, so obviously the new series hadn't started by this point. So yeah, really pleased with that collection. Great collection of Who stuff in one place. Moving on, the next autograph is from Harry Shearer. Simpsons fans will know Harry as he voices many characters in the Simpsons series. He was also in things such as This Is Spinal Tap's, which is Spinal Tap is a fantastic comedy. If you've not seen it, highly recommended. Love Harry as an actor, he's fantastic. You can hopefully see the signature. It's sort of black pen on a darkish top corner, but hopefully you can see that. Quite a nice picture. Again, these are pictures that I received from them but didn't send myself, so these are the actor's own pictures that I received. So yeah, Harry Shearer from Spinal Tap there. The next one I got was the one you can see here, which is Rennie Harlin. Rennie's actually a director. He directed things such as Deep Blue Sea, Die Hard 2 and Cliffhanger. I actually sent this request to Rennie via his website. Again, this is one of my older autographs, and so just fired off a request essentially via his website and received this in the post from him a few weeks later. I'm assuming his website is still live. Whether you can still request autographs from him, I really don't know. This was quite a long time ago, but quite a nice email response, this one. So yeah, pleased with this. The next one I'm going to show you is this. It's from Rachel Weisz. For those who don't know, Rachel's an actress from things such as The Mummy, which the picture you can see on the screen is from. She's also married to Daniel Craig, who plays the current version of James Bond. I like this picture, but I'm a bit disappointed with it at the same time. It's great to have something signed back from Rachel. However, this was this period I talked about in video 2, where I was essentially cutting stuff out of magazines and sending it to people to get signed, and this is one of those examples. It's a weird shape. It's not the best quality. It's on flimsy sort of magazine paper. So in hindsight, I would have liked to have sent something slightly better, and I may try and rewrite to her again at some point if she's still signing. I genuinely don't know if she still is at the moment. But yep, Rachel Weisz, very nice through the mail success there. Okay, so the next one is Tamzin Outhwaite. It's on an EastEnders card, so obviously Tamzin was in EastEnders. She's also recently been in Doctor Who. When I sent this request off, she hadn't been. She was just working as the character Mel in EastEnders. She's a great actress. She's gone on to do some really good stuff in the UK. As I say, Doctor Who is just one example of the sorts of things she's done. But as a Doctor Who fan as well, it's always great to get something from somebody early on in their career, and then they then move on to do something like Doctor Who. It's nice to already have something in your collection. So yeah, this was through the mail. I think I sent this directly to the BBC for your autograph, because anyone who's starring in EastEnders at the time, you can actually write directly to the BBC and request autographs from them, and I think the majority of the actors will respond back on these EastEnders cards. So yeah, quite a cool one, especially as I say that she's been in Doctor Who since. The next one here is from Valerie Lee, who has done a huge number of things in the past, including a number of carry-on films. Unfortunately, it's on the back of a postcard, so you can't see a picture of her face, but I mean, if you can picture her, if you know who Valerie was, or is, sorry, I should say, very, very beautiful actress from back in the day. Did a number of James Bond films, did some Hammer horror stuff as well, which is really cool. Wrote to her for an autograph. She sent me a fantastic picture. The postcard you can see here is from Blood from the Mummy's Tomb. But unfortunately she signed on the back of it, which is great, because it's still got an autograph, but it would have been nice to have had it on the front, but I suppose beggars can't be choosers, really. I'm still pleased with the fact that I got Valerie's autograph, and yeah, she's not doing through the mail anymore. She's only signing at conventions or selling via her website. I have since this very early request bought a picture from her off of her website, and I'll sort of picture that at some point down the line in a later video. The next autograph I've got is Deborah Stephenson. Possibly anybody watching this outside the UK isn't going to recognise Deborah. She's mainly known for UK related stuff. She was in Coronation Street, Bad Girls, but to be honest, the reason I wrote her originally is because she was a big name in terms of the Spitting Image puppet series, which is no longer running in the UK, but was very, very popular at a particular point in time. And this is a nice signed picture from Deborah, looking quite smart and very, very pretty. She's a very, very beautiful lady. Nothing like her characters in Bad Girls or Coronation Street at all, which is really interesting. She's essentially known for comedy, but she's gone on to do a lot of very serious acting over the years, and is still acting today. So yeah, a nice request here from back in the day from Deborah. Okay, the next one is Amanda Holden. Again, probably known outside of the UK, but maybe not as much as she is in the UK. She's one of the judges off Britain's Got Talent, but she's also an actress and did things like Wild at Heart and other TV series as well. Again, this is one of these really annoying ones where I actually cut the picture out of a magazine. I kind of wish I hadn't, but cut it out of a magazine and sent it off for signing. I've actually done a little bit of editing on the picture that I put on this particular page, as I have in the next couple of pictures as well, because it was a little bit saucy and I didn't want to have to put an adult rating on my blog, so I've kind of edited the picture slightly for the on-screen version to hide some of the more revealing parts of the photographs. But yeah, nice picture all the same. Not sure if I'd necessarily write to her today, but back in the day she was quite popular and well known, so sent it off to her. And following on, as you can see here, you kind of get an idea of what I was saying. This is Tenpenny Deckard. I had a huge crush on Tenpenny back in the day when she was in Home and Away. My other half still winds me up about it now. She still takes the mick out of me for having such a huge crush on Tenpenny. She's also done fairly recently something called The Secret Life of Us, which I don't know particularly well, but apparently she had a big part in that, and it's quite a popular series. This is one I sent off. You can see it's been battered and bruised in the post. You can see the creases and marks on it. It's not in particularly great condition. I don't know why I decided to print off a nude picture of her and send it. It's probably not really the done thing, to be honest. Nowadays, it's certainly isn't something I do nowadays, send those sort of pictures off. But obviously my crush got the better of me back in the day, and I did print off this nude pic, and amazingly she did sign and send it back. So yeah, still one I've treasured, but as you can see, I've sort of hidden the more prominent parts so I don't get myself banned off of YouTube or kicked off my my blogger site here. And the last one to look at for this particular video is somebody called Ilona Staller. She's also known as Cicciolina, and basically she is an Italian porn star. Yep, I wrote to an Italian porn star. There we go. You can see on my site that I have also put the original unedited pictures as available as clickable links. I have made sure to note it does contain nudity, but I've blanked the nudity out on this. This is actually quite a cool response, because I've seen very few signed pictures of Ilona, and I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm probably not. Cicciolina. I've seen very few signed pictures of her anywhere else, and I actually received 2 back from her with some really nice messages on. This one says, "For Carl, big kisses, Cicciolina," and she's also signed it Ilona Staller as well. So yeah, really cool actually. I was very happy with this response, despite the fact it's a little bit naughty, but yeah. Very cool picture all the same. There are a few more like this where I've sort of blacked out the nudity for one reason or another. I think these are the only ones I actually sent people, with the Tempany Deckard and the Amanda Holden ones. So any other sort of nudie ones that have come back have been sent back directly from the stars. So not a perv or anything. Honest governor. Okay, that's it for this particular film. I hope you've enjoyed looking through these last 10 autographs, and hopefully see you again in episode 4, where we'll move on to the next set. Cheers.